Firestone, T-O-N-Y, top of New York, with a pitchfork.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Los Angeles Rams.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hurry, hurry! Blue, blue, blue. Hey, 4 down. Blue, blue, blue. Hey, 18, 18, 18. Yep.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Reds up! Reds up!
They go play action. Trubisky firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Boy, another example there of how you've just got to be fearless to go over the middle in this league.
No doubt about it. And if you want to be known as a Pro Bowl type of a receiver, if you want to get to the Hall of Fame, you're going to have to make a good number of catches in that area. And how about the hit he took from the linebacker? That's where you really make it, because a lot of times that hit is coming from behind you, from over the top by a safety. In this case, it may well come from underneath with the linebacker dropping out from the middle.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Doxson with a grab over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up the 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. This one caught over the middle by Burnett. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. They shakes him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Michael Brockers forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They go play action with Trubisky. Throw left side complete to Burnett. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I I think this guy...
And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 27.
DC. Harbaugh. Hey, lift. Starting left here. Lift. Stop.
From the gun, here's Goff. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
12. Starting left here. Woo, that's what I'm 76, tell him. 76. Hell, you won. 76.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. Part of the reason they're here, no doubt, is his big performance in the NFC title game, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 3rd and long. It's gone. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The former USC Trojan, familiar with this place, Leonard Williams. In there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Redskins are going to get it at the 20. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Throw left side complete. It's Burnett. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Now Trubisky lost the football, and now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Fournette, a first down carry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Cornell.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Harbaugh. Let's go. 5. Louis. I'm on. Jester.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. Goff and his guys not coming off the field.
76.
They're going for
76.
this.
5.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Now it's Trubisky, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Michael Brockers in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bruce Irvin in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll start out on the ground as Leonard Fournette. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
3 down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Key the tight end.
Here's a give to Fournette. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Harbaugh. Double tight. Double tight. Dula. 12. 12. Tonight. 12.
Back to throw. Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Garrett. And the Redskins scoop it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Lock it. Blue. Red, up. Red, up. Gotta go.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. Over the middle, complete. It's Bishop. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see.
Red, up.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Man, it's a tough area in the field to try and run a draw play out of the gun. You know you're going to face a good push up front, and here they swallow him up for no gain.
We're go. 18. Hey, 18.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Burnett. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there.
Let's go.
Keeps the sticks moving.
Double tight, guys, double tight. We got four. Check the backer. We're go. Let's go. Here we go.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Let's go. We're on the ball after this.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 2, now third down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout.
The
Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. Third and goal.
Red's up. Red's up. Hey, 18. Blue. Red's up.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they repeat with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Zach Brown coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Hey, lift. Lift. 11. Lift. 11. Lift. 5. 5. 5. 14. Let's go. 12. 14. Go. Al, look out. Super 66.
To throw on second down is gone. And the pressure gets to him again. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
What's that?
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Johnny Hacker now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Take it at the 37. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
And give him 14. Yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Trubisky now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Trubisky. Completes it right side to Dodson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Play action. Now Trubisky. Out to the left. It's complete to Dodson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Hang on, we go. You see it? You see it? Hey, 18, 18, 18. Red's up. Red's up. Red's up. Jump.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So good field position for the Rams as they come up first and 10.
11. 11. 12. 12. 12.
A final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Monte Nicholson picked an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
12. 12. 14. 14.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Garrett. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Hand off to Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
12. 12. 12.
Here's Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball to the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this down only to the 18. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays were just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains and make the fundamental tackle.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Credit the tackle to DJ Swearinger.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here's Goff. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Maverick.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Starting left here. Al, look out.
They get it to him running left, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
12, 12, 12. Tiger, 12. Tiger. DC. Al, look out.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Ducks him with a grab over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
You see it?
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Here's Trubisky. Incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and that'll make it 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The Redskins on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
18. Hey, 18. Gotta go.
And the blitz does come. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Up. 180. Blue. Red, up. Gotta go.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Super 66. Hey. 4 down. Super 66. I got number 18. I got you. Hey, lift.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Jester. Louis. 14.
Now it's gone. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
76. Hey, turn it up. Let's go, 12. Let's go. Motion.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, 5. 12. Al, look up.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. Nifty move. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Scoring has really been at a premium, and Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board. And hold them down one more time and finalize things.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a 1st down. Looking to throw. Trubisky on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Blue. Red, up. Red.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
11. Starting left here.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
12, 12, 12, 12. Tonight. Super 66. 76, tell him. 76. 76. Tonight.
On first down, Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zach Brown in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Maverick. Starting left here.
I'm here all day.
Super 66.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Cornelder. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Come on, gotta go. There you go, we go. You see it? Red, top. Hey, 18. Gotta go.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the ball. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Samson Ebukam in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. He's got his man. This is Doxson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
We're go. Let's go. 26 Mike. Red, up. Red, up. Gotta go. Motion.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Blue.
Now Trubisky to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Red, up. Red, up. Blue. Red, up. Gotta go.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
17, 17. Tiger.
He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time. I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
A throw left side complete to Clark. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Super.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. That one goes for 36 yards.
Here we go. 12. Hey, let's go. 4 down. 5.
They'll look to throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The Rams on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Jester.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, and we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and we have it in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Flush to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Washington, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.